and the FBI and even the Department of Forestry for the last 80 years has used weather modification and bacteria on the American people in different operations we didn't know about until the last 20 years. What if I told you that this just wasn't some freak storm in Southeast Louisiana? So if you like to be educated and you want to know a little bit more, don't turn this video off. Hey, internet friends and family, I was good. So most of you remember that day. That was about 5 weeks ago. Louisiana, South Louisiana, coastal states. The Gulf of America is right there, folks. We don't get snow by the feet down here. It just doesn't happen. But it did happen. On a cold, blustery day, it snowed. And it snowed. And it snowed. And then guess what it did? It snowed just a little bit more. And it was out of control. Hey, everybody, make sure you hit the like button real quick for me so that the YouTube algorithm pushes this video. Now, before I read to you these mind-blowing results, everything I talk about will be in the description of this video so you can research it for yourself later. It does feel like Christmas. It does. I found something called cloud seeding technology. See that? That's an article. This article was written by the United States Government Accountability Office, and it was a report to the congressional request about what? About weather modification. So I know that several people are going to pop on here, and maybe you've never heard about weather modification, or maybe you've seen people who have misinformation pertaining to weather modification. Let me tell you who and what I am. I am a 5-year organic, no-till, sustainable, carbon sequestering farmsteader. I'm debt-free, okay? I have 10 years in college, 2 college degrees, a minor in science, and 4 certifications to teach. I like facts. I don't care about feelings. And if you watch me for any amount of time, you'll see that. The world doesn't rotate on how people feel. It rotates on scientific fact. Okay? So let me give you some facts that I found this morning before I give you these results as we're waiting for everyone to pop on. According to the 5th National Climate Assessment, demand for water is increasing, and the frequency and intensity of droughts are projected to worsen in the western United States. The ability to increase precipitation through cloud seeding could help mitigate some of the water management challenges caused by drought. Cloud seeding has been practiced in the United States since the 1940s. Again, I'm reading directly from a governmental official paper to a congressional request for information. And I will link this for you. The report discusses 1, the emerging and current technologies for cloud seeding and weather modification. 2, the potential benefits of cloud seeding. 3, challenges surrounding the use and development of cloud seeding. 4, policy options that may help address challenges or enhance benefits of cloud seeding. So it goes on to say that cloud seeding is a decades-old approach to modifying weather that uses a range of supporting technologies for research and operations. According to NOAA, the most common uses of cloud seeding are to increase precipitation or suppress hail, usually by adding tiny particles of silver iodide. Now, you may have heard the Trump administration is now axing jobs in NOAA, okay? 10% of that group will be jobless. And I, for one, am so very thankful. Now, am I thankful that people have lost their jobs? Don't put words in my mouth. I'm thankful there's less people jacking with the weather on my dollar. Okay? It goes on to say, cloud seeding may increase water availability and result in economic environmental, and human health benefits. In the studies GAO reviewed, which is this group, right? GAO stands for Government, where's it at? Accountability Office, GAO, that's their acronym. GAO reviewed estimates of the additional precipitation range from 0 to 20%. However, it is difficult to evaluate the effects of cloud seeding due to limitations of effective research. Okay. Now, let me read what I found in here that mainly shocked me more than anything, because I know a lot of people don't believe that the American government has jacked with hurricanes. The U.S. government conducted experiments starting in the 1940s with Project Cirrus, and from the 1960s through the 1980s with Project Storm Fury. Following the end of Storm Fury, the federal government has conducted no further experiments into hurricane suppression. Words matter, folks. 2 reasons include: 1, the effects of intervention could not be distinguished from natural variability. 2, observations of hurricanes indicated that seeding would be ineffective because there was little supercooled liquid water available to seed and too much naturally occurring ice. Now, when you go look up Storm Fury, there's another project called Skywater. This one came out July of 2013. In 1961, Congress allocated funding for the creation of a weather modification program headed by Bureau of Reclamation. Project Skywater came 15 years after Irving, Schaefer, and Van Gogh of the General Electric Laboratories in New York successfully demonstrated that seeding clouds with nucleating agents like dry ice or carbon dioxide and silver iodide produced rain. So we fundraised as a platform. Let me explain to you guys something. Tests from certified labs are not cheap. They're thousands of dollars. I had to sign a legal binding contract, putting myself and my debt-free business on the line for the cost of this. I'm trying to find them because I printed a tremendous amount of paperwork this morning. I was so excited when it came in. The laboratory that we used was called NWDLS, North Water District Laboratories Services. They're located in Texas. I have a report ID, and then they sent me a laboratory report saying the following test results meet all NELAP requirements for analysts for which certification is available. Any deviations from our quality system will be noted in the case narrative. All analysts performed by North Water District Laboratory Services unless noted. Thank you for your business. So I called them before I got you guys on here because there were a few things I did not understand. I deal with soil samples, biological and chemical, 3 times a year. They're done on our farm as part of a soil health program we've been involved in for the past 3 years. That just came to an end, by the way. And so I've gotten pretty good at reading these types of things. But when I got this, I was like, what does this mean, right? All right. It says here, sample results, client sample snow collection, lab sample ID, Samantha Starkey non-potable snow testing. Date collected, January 14th, 2025, collected by Samantha Starkey. All right. As I go down, we tested for aluminum, arsenic, barium, beryllium, cadmium, chromium, cobalt, copper, iron, lead, magnesium, manganese, nickel, silver, sodium, thallium, tin, zinc, bromide, nitrate, nitrite, sulfate, the alkalinity, as well as the sodium level. I wanted them to also test for biological stuff, or better yet, living things like bacteria, viruses, that kind of stuff. That had been done within the first 24 hours of the samples being collected. Okay. She said, we can test it. It's going to come back inconclusive. It may say negative when it was actually supposed to be positive, because bacteria don't live in samples that long. Okay. So we opted out of that. That was another $1,200 for that testing. And why test if you can't prove anything, correct? We're all in agreement there. Now, I called him back this morning. I said, what does this mean that you sent me? Because I'm looking at aluminum and it's saying, 0.0300 CB milligram is what you measured in, yada, yada, yada. He said, do you see the U behind those samples numbers? I said, yes. U stands for undetectable. So let me tell you what they didn't find first. They did not find aluminum, arsenic, barium, beryllium, cadmium, chromium, cobalt, copper, iron, lead, magnesium, manganese, nickel, silver, sodium, thallium, tin. They did not find any of those. None of them. None of them were above what the EPA considers safe standards. So they were undetectable in the samples. Now, I know people have questions. Well, Sam, how do they know? Because the rest of these tests are them retesting the samples multiple times. Okay? So this lab didn't just run one test and send me a result. They tested them several times. Here's the kicker. Do you guys know what they did find? They found high levels of zinc. Zinc. They also found that the calcium carbonate alkalinity was extremely high, like 3 times as high as it's supposed to be. They also found bromide. They also found, where's the other one? Hold on, you guys. They also found, I have it. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, here's the chain of custody I signed, proving that these were my results. They also found in one of their quality control duplicate batches that it did have very, very slight traces of arsenic, barium, copper, lead, magnesium, manganese, nickel, and tin. Very minute in one of the control samples. So we're going to focus in on what they did find. Now, I know if you're not a scientist right now, you're like, what a waste of money. Golly, I can't believe we raised money and they didn't find anything. But folks, what you didn't find in science is as important as what you did. Okay? In science, when you fail, it is a celebratory celebration, just as if you succeeded. Because in science, facts matter. What did they find? Calcium carbonate at extremely high levels and zinc. Now, you may be wondering, why is she so excited about this? Because guess what Sam found? I'm looking it up for you guys. Zinc is sometimes used in cloud seeding to increase precipitation and fight drought. Cloud seeding is weather modification, yada, yada, yada. Zinc is used in cloud seeding. Zinc oxide formation in a seed assisted and controlled double jet precipitation is being explored. Results show that formation of ZNO involves the initial surface precipitation, intermediates on seed surfaces, followed by fast surface phase transformation to ZNO. During this process, seeds play the role of crystallization catalyst to promote the zinc formation in a short time at room temperature versus changing the precipitation pathway. In other words, in 2015, their newest element they were playing with their cloud seeding issues was zinc. And this article is called Pathway of Zinc Iodide Formation by Seed-Assisted and Controlled Double Jet Precipitation. Facts matter. Facts matter. So what we have on our hands is snow that was slightly salty, so to speak, extremely high in zinc, extremely alkaline, with minimal traces of other heavy metals. And I think that we can say with no doubt that due to the states in the United States that are currently cloud seeding in the winter, it's called cold weather cloud seeding. And I'm going to tell you which states do it. These, the blue states, Colorado, California, Utah, Wyoming. These states do something called cold weather cloud seeding. And one of the elements that they use in the middle of their cold season cloud seeding is zinc. So, where's Louisiana, everybody? Right here. We're on the edge of Texas. You can't see it on this map, but I'm right here. So these guys over here start cloud seeding October, November, December with zinc and other nonsense. And the jet streams, right, because science does matter, floats it across to Louisiana and other states, and we get hit by a tremendous out of season, well, it wasn't out of season, but out of context snowstorm. So, yes, Russell, very good. He said zinc is also a byproduct of car emissions. Now, thank you, Russell, because you just triggered something the Holy Spirit was showing me earlier, and I got sidetracked. Folks, let me tell you what they just realized. In 2021, there was a company in Vancouver, British Columbia, that decided that zinc could be used. You ready for this? They demonstrated that zinc has energy storage technology for the cloud. I'm not done. Basically, what they demonstrated was that you could use zinc to hold more information in the cloud above our heads through energy transformation and transfer occurrence. It's a step forward in expanding a broader and significant new market application for Zinc's patented Zinc Air energy storage system. The continued growth in cloud data centers globally could greatly benefit from our long-duration energy storage technology and support the commitments to a reduced carbon footprint for operators of large-scale data centers. In other words, they'll put it all up in the cloud using zinc and save what? A carbon footprint while you poison us? Folks, if you haven't heard already, YouTube stopped paying us again. They said that, well, what we do is dangerous and harmful. So if you'd like to support me, you can Cash App me, Venmo me, PayPal. I would greatly appreciate it because my husband's a bit frustrated, as you can expect, and he feels like there's not much point of me spending all day doing stuff like this if I can't even help at all with the bills. They literally took $8,000. So let me explain to you how this works. They cut me off on February 22nd. Up until the 22nd, I had been accruing dollars for people watching my content and the ads on the content. Once it got up to the 22nd, they decided I didn't fit in the partnership program anymore. They took all the money back to the first and took it. So they will not even pay me what I have legally already made. Not to mention that we are growing hundreds every day. So I'm just saying, if you'd like to support the hard work we do, there's Cash App. We would appreciate it. It's very frustrating to work and somebody take your money. I'm just saying. They do that to a lot of people, Joe. But they tend to do it to you at the beginning of the month, not at the end of the month when you've already made money. So I was banking on that money. Like most of you, I've got young adults and bills and things that I need to do. And it's very, very frustrating, my friends. And my husband's just kind of like, Sam, I know you love what you do, baby. But at this point, if they won't stop taking your money, you might need to find something else to do. So I don't know. But I wanted to share these snow results with you guys. I told y'all as soon as we got them, we would go live with the results. I need y'all to help me find where the holes are. Thank you so much, JD. We need to find where they're doing research with zinc. And we need to be able to track that with the weather. We need to use their science against them. In other words, there are jet streams that pull things across the country. I need to know which state and what organization is funding zinc, Z-I-N-C, zinc. Either data, energy storage projects, or cloud seeding projects where they're using not only zinc, but also anything like calcium carbonate. I need that information to tie it all together. I will send copies of this to everybody that I can, but there has to be more. I agree. Joe said, I bet you could do some scary things with lots of extra energy in the atmosphere. I totally agree. And my concern is with the 5G going up and them, using all of that, the frequencies to keep us ill. Because guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't felt well since that snowstorm. Walking pneumonia, flu A, bronchitis. I don't feel well. And I battle every day with no energy, trying to get up and take care of a form, all of that. And don't forget, the book, Please God, should come out anytime now. And as soon as it does, I won't have to ask anybody else to support our channel because the book sales will support our channel. But be looking on Amazon and ebook and all this other stuff. Growing Under a Poisoned Sky. That is the title of the book. Growing like a plant under a poisoned sky. And it's not just going to prove to you what your government's done. It's going to show you how to clean your soil, how to clean your water, and how to still grow healthy food when all of that is being dumped on top of you. So get this information out there. There are people out there that can go a lot further with these results than me. And I need those people to see this video. And that is where I am totally dependent on you guys. This is where we together are rowing. We are making a difference, folks. The world doesn't know what to do with people like you and people like me because they can't put us in a box and they can't shut me up. They've tried and tried and tried, and they can't shut me up. So as long as they can't shut me up and I've got you guys rowing in behind me, we are unstoppable, baby. We're unstoppable. We're going to keep bringing this information to light. We're going to keep hooking it together with other people. We're going to keep making our point. We're tired of being poisoned. We're tired of being gaslit. We're tired of funding AIDS victims and prostitutes in South Africa when we have people in America that can't get medication. Yes, Miss Morty, I need all my scientific nerds. If you've got more degrees than me and your glasses are funny looking, you need to reach out to me because I'll let you take a look at these results, friend. We're going to have to stick together, my friends. Oh, thank you, Kelly Brown. She sent me money on Cash App. God bless you. Seriously, folks. I'm serious. My husband almost cried. It's a Saturday morning. He's at his dad's. His dad is very sick. And I call him and say, they took our money. He said, what? We were like, I can't even explain it to you. If you look at your bank account and you see over $4,000 and then you turn around and look at your bank account the next day and all that money's gone and you still got another week and a half of being paid. We would have been $7,000, $8,000. They would have owed us for this month. Just like that. They just took it. I don't understand how that's legal. Fine. You took me out of your partnership program, but you should have to pay me from the 21st back. Because I legally, ethically earned that. I'm tired of it. And I love this because I've met all of you guys and I love sharing what I learned. But guys, I'm telling y'all, nobody can work for free. You can't do it. You can't. I have to be able to pay stuff. I have to. I don't care. People can get mad. Like, why are you always talking about that? When you talk about your money too.